Hello everyone and welcome back to Fableheim and the Legend of Keepers. Lyra has absolutely demolished her first banner, and so we look to repeat that success in the second banner with a few new toys. Specifically the Plaguebringer, who I am very, very excited to check out. As always, we will be playing with high gold gains and low master life, because no one's going to make it to our engineer lady. You can mark my words.
Let's go!
Wow, that was faster than I expected. I thought something was going to pop up. Anyway, I'm going to take a look at our team, and I will be right back. Alright, most of this here is going to look familiar. However, we do have one new friend, and I have given him tremendously large boots to fill. It is the return of the legend, the myth himself, Nurghleth, as the Plaguebringer. Nurghleth, of course, was our legendary infested in one of the greatest Erratus runs we did, and he was our hyper carry to the moon. So let's see if our dear little Plaguebringer can repeat that. The Plaguebringer has 120 hit points, which is not bad. Decent resistances, not mega weak to anything. 50 power, a little on the lower side, but we'll see if we can work that out. To the front, he deals 25 nature damage and minus 15 morale. Spreads up to 3 stacks of poison applied to the target to the hero positioned behind him. So we're looking at stack and poison with his team as high as it will go. He also has an area attack that deals 15 nature damage and applies poison to if the target is affected by at least 2 penalties. So we have some conditional poison spread. 2 penalties. We can make that happen using our traps. We are given the Poison Cloud, which I've never really been a huge fan of. This is an AoE nature damage that deals poison. It's okay. However, the one that I am a fan of is the Poisonous Plant. This deals AoE nature damage and applies nature weakness. It's gonna be good. I do really like this one. I've always liked it, I think. Now, as for what team room composition we're going to have, we're going to wait until... Just kidding. I lied. I was going to say we wait until we can see what we're up against. Or, do a few weeks to see if we get new monsters or anything. Training. But no, we're straight into combat, so... We have a lot of nature damage in this room. But you know what we don't have? Morale. So let's put Kael'thas in room 1. Our ice resistance is pretty terrible up here. So we'll put Kael'thas and Draenor in room 1. We'll pull Loktar back. And I guess Pestilence comes back as well. Ugh. Our nature applications, our poison applications, not great. However, Pestilence I have found is kind of weak until he's level 2 and gets his dodge. So I think we're going to rock this, and we'll see what we can do. Mayhaps. And as always, I'm no coward. Happy daylight savings to those in the United States of America. And to greet us with this, what's it called, leap forward, we're fighting some very annoying enemies. In fact, I would say, perhaps, that these are the 3 most annoying enemies in the game. The Ninja, the Barbarian, and the Concertist. Of course, these are all the lower tier versions of the most annoying enemies in the game, but they are still, and yet, the most annoying enemies in the game. The Ninja doing AoE nature damage, the Barbarian doing physical damage to the front target, where Draenor's going to eat pretty well, and the Concertist doing AoE physical damage. He dodged because... cannot be affected by Demoralize. Right. Let's remove this stuff, shall we? Specifically his Enrage. I don't think this 10 barrier is going to go anywhere. But hey, we tried. Oof. Oof. What a start. That did not go well. Not well at all. It's up to our second team here to carry us. And not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping the Shadow would be dead by now. So, that's a thing. We'll try to get the barrier going. We discovered last time that the barrier is actually pretty good, but our barrier synergy right now is not great. Wow, this damage is nuts. Alright, let's harpoon a little bit. See if we can get some barriers going. Ooh, yeah. I'm trying to think of how... How do I even change things around that this works out? I'm not sure. And there goes the team. We're gonna apply poison. I wonder if Lyra can take this.
Technically, I have full authorization to kill you.
Technically. I don't think Lyra can take this. I mean, 500 hit points is a lot of hit points, don't get me wrong.
Can't rely on anyone these days. You gotta do everything yourself. Don't we?
Alright, we'll do this AoE to try and get some barrier and break the dodge. And now we'll be attacking the back, which hopefully gives us the survivability we require. Taking a lot of damage in the first battle is, of course, not ideal, but hey. You do what you gotta do. You ever get the feeling that sometimes, I think that guy's dead to poison, they pick your enemies based on what they know is going to be good against you? I think they did that. I think they did that here. I'm not sure if I can survive this, but we're going to keep on keeping on. I need to kill this guy. That is what I need to do. The faster we kill the Berserker, the Barbarian, the better we're going to be. So let's discuss lessons learned, eh? Lessons learned. First room. We need poison support. For Nurghleth. Nurghleth alone cannot deal with, or distribute enough poison. Lesson 2. We would like the monsters to be after our trap. Lesson 3. What are you? I don't think I've ever taken the Psycho Imps before. AoE physical damage. Hey, look, we get our own Concertist. Minus 30 morale. Ricochets the hero position behind the target if the target's morale is under 50%. I think we pick up... Ooh, I do like... This is good old Niflheim. But the Executioner as well is good as well. I actually don't know what we name the Executioner. We could use some tanky boys, though. Alright. Tanky boys it is. That was a little messy, my friends. A little messy. We're not going to upgrade both traps. Or are we? 10 to 30 is a big difference. That's a big difference. I don't remember what I named this guy. The R&D director has created a centrifuge that can transform hero blood into tears. We'll use it, sure. That does eradicate most of our blood, but that's alright. And this is why I shouldn't have upgraded. A headhunter is here to show you a promising monster he has spotted on the job market. Do you wish to recruit it? I would love nothing more than to recruit the Chewbacca. But guess what? I'm short. The cleaning goblin comes to see you, weeping. Zlubi, his pet stick insect, died in a mopping accident. Will you take Zlubi to the resurrection room to harvest the goblin's joyful tears? Sell the corpse to a gourmet chef or organize a funeral. We're gonna sell it. Alright. Alright. I'm not happy. That Chewbacca thing really tilted me. Really tilted me. Also, we need a lot of poison synergy for good old Nurghleth. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put Nurghleth in room 2. And we're going to keep him with Pestilence in Lilith. We're going to try and get this poison shenanigans rolling. Which leaves the rest of us over here. So room 1 is going to pretty much just be morale, sort of, as best I can. I still remember what I named the Executioner, and it's not coming back to me. Alright, I can't remember, so we're just going to go with Ankea, which I believe means gloomy in Finnish. I've used the name before, although usually it's for female characters, but it's a skeleton. It can be whatever. I sometimes wonder if they just handpick these battles. I think about that all the time now. But we are fighting. Goodbye, Ankea. We are fighting a berserker, a thug, and a scholar. All of them are attacking the front. The berserker with physical, the thug with nature, and the scholar with fire. Also, fun tidbit, this scholar cannot be afflicted by poison, which is, of course, our main strategy. Oh, and he can't be affected by demoralized. This is all sorts of fun now, ain't it? Yep. Although they are pretty weak to nature, so I mean, we can probably get some stuff done. The thug, of course, is the lower version of the ninja, so stuff is gonna happen. Death is staring us in the face. They are taunting me here, asking, begging me to fail. I will rise up against it. We have our trap here, which I did spend 200 gold. I got this level 2 instead of getting a Jubako, so I was hoping it would do damage. And it kind of did. It kind of did. We're going to go ahead and use targeting a drone to apply the easy target, so that this trap over here does more damage. Level 2 poisonous plant. How much damage are you going to deal? Let's go. Ooh, that was a good amount of damage. Also applied nature weakness, which of course we're going to profit off of, I hope. As far as our team composition here, it's mostly designed for damage. We're not going to live very long. Nurghleth might not even get a turn. And he lived, but he's going to die to poison. So you know there's that. Thankfully, Lilith here, the good old Asak, is going to get a very, very nice ability here. Ricocheting like a mad woman. And I think we just Toxic Volley. I do wish Pestilence was level 2. In fact, I wish most of my team was level 2. That would be so much easier. But, alas. Farewell, Nurghleth. So far, Nurghleth has not lived up to the expectations of his predecessor, but hey, you can't win them all. It looks like Pestilence is going to be carrying us home. Good job, Pestilence. That leaves only one enemy for Lyra.
How would you prefer to die?
And she is weak to air. So you know what that means. We murder her.
Drone's got his eye on you.
Oh yeah. Lyra's gonna destroy this. Alright. It was cleaner than last time. Although not by much. Alright. The Fang of Melinda. Demons attack to regenerate their life by 150% of damage dealt if their target is afflicted by burn. We don't do burning right now, so this is irrelevant. Mammon Bridget's Bones. Monsters placed in a group containing only skeletons gain 15 to all resistances and 30 armor. Right now, skeleton-wise, we have Pestilence and we have Ankea. That's it. So we can't even make this work. Or the Dream. Monsters placed at the back perform an additional attack, but lose 20 speed and start fights with 50% of their max life. Should I use the Miraculous Pill? Probably not. But I'm going to. You know the lesson. You know the rules. And so do I. You always YOLO when it's presented. Now we could level up our traps, but I think we're going to have to level up our monsters. They're just not performing anywhere near as much as I want them to. And I'm looking for Nurghleth, because I want to see what this level 2 Nurghleth does. So, at level 2, all of his abilities go up, that's nice, and he applies nature weakness to whoever attacks him, I see. Okay. What about... Alright, we're going to the trainer. I hope I don't regret this. I feel like upgrading Pestilence is important for the dodge. Also, I put Ankia in the front thinking that this Terrified thing was in effect, but Ankia, of course, was level 1. So, gains 5 berry when a hero takes damage from poison. Ooh, that could be good. Loktar could actually be useful. More useful. I'm so poor. So, we could level... We can level Pestilence and Kael'thas, or just one other person. So far, I haven't not been impressed by Nurghleth. He has not, in fact, lived up to the name of his predecessor. It's disappointing, but it's true. However, he is the star of today. Now, I think there's a part of me that wants to sell Draenor. However, we'll go to the YOLO. It is high time to go to the stockroom. During the cleaning, one of your employees found this strange object. Would you like to take it, auction it, or gift it to the employee for +1 level? The transmutation circle, I found out recently. I thought what this was you dealt bonus damage, or the person in the front dealt bonus damage for how much percentage life they were missing. Or excuse me, the enemy was missing. But it's how much percentage damage the character is missing. We're just going to give it to Loktar. He was one of the characters we wanted to level up anyway, and I've never really given him that much focus. Now, we could YOLO here, or we could try and alchemist our way to money. Reliable source of money? Potential source of money. Reliable source of money? Potential source of money. We are going to transmute. Unfortunately, I can't transmute again, but with 200 gold, that should be enough to train one more character. And I think we're going to level up Pestilence. I love his dodge effect, and it is going to synergize incredibly well with our miraculous pill. Now we have a problem. Draenor is demotivated. But I think I'm just still going to have to put him in. I think I am. Is there someone I can put up front? We could try and put Loktar up front. Maybe the Suck? Alright, Loktar's going up front. We're going to put Draenor away. We're going to try and keep this option on the table. Because, of course, if a character runs out of motivation, they are kaput for 10 weeks. So, we don't want that. Hopefully, Loktar can provide some much-needed nature resistance up front, and we can crush this champion and get a fantastic rare. That's the plan. And here is your daily reminder that nothing ever goes according to plan. We are fighting the Priestess, who will deal air damage to the front. Thankfully, Kael'thas is actually going to get a turn before her. The Magician, who moved everyone, which is quite rude. And our champion is the Huntress. The Huntress attacks the back for physical damage, but you want to know what her real nuisance is? If she has a debuff, she will stun the target in the back. And you know what we do, team? We do debuffs. The only question now is, do I try and get one turn out of this? I think I do. So we'll go ahead and multi-shot here. And we'll take the damage of the Huntress and the Magician's AoE fire. And next turn we'll AoE. Next turn. Because it doesn't matter, we're debuffing her anyway. This huntress is a hard counter to our strategy, which is incredibly rude. Alright. Stay away the center. We have a lot of demoralization going out, which is pretty cute. Unfortunately, our miraculous pill target is dead. And now Loktar is not long for this world. I wonder if there's a way to not... Like, can you just prevent immunities? Anke is unfortunately very... That was a 1 overkill. 1 overkill. Uno. Uno overkill. Incredibly rude. What am I even doing here? Minus 85 nature resist is pretty disgusting. Trap's not gonna work. This... Probably not okay. I guess we're just gonna rip this. Manipulate the nature weakness as best we can. Our team here is gonna do so much damage. Alright. Nurghleth. Or, excuse me. Pestilence. Do we double, or do we focus? Excuse me, do we AoE or do we focus? I think we focus. We need something to kill the Huntress. Although the Huntress has negative air resist. Dodge from Pestilence is coming in clutch here, preventing the stun. Very good. We're going to go ahead and infect. Beautiful. Unfortunately, only ricochets once and does not hit the Huntress, but that's okay. We are mostly okay to fire. And it looks like Nurghleth is going to get his turn. His time to shine is now. Pestilence gets a second miraculous pill turn. You love to see it. The Huntress is now going to kill Pestilence, but he has served the three-horned rat. The horned rat. I don't know where the 3 came from. He served the horned rat well. Goodbye. And Nurghleth claims the kill. Alright. Oh my. Oh my. The Cursed Spirit applies burn to all heroes when a demon is defeated. The Skeleton Lord. Kel'Thuzad. Kel'Thuzad. He could provide some excellent elemental defenses. Also, Ricochet is amazing. Or the Infernal Guardian. Currently, our fire damage is the suck. That's it. Abaddon is also a bundle of health that is really only weak to ice. So I think we're going to go ahead and take Abaddon. We aren't going to upgrade him, and I think the level 1 version of Abaddon is more useful than the level 1 version of Kel'Thuzad. I'm sorry, KT. I love you. But that's just... I think that's just the cold hard truth. At the merchants, is there something we want? I think we work out, and let's see if we can empower... Power, I guess, sure. We are going to want to go to the therapist. Our team is kind of, sort of depressed, which I can relate to. We don't have enough to go to the seminar. There's a merchant or a plunder. Let's YOLO this, shall we? Oh my. H3 for all heroes, 100% injury. Alright, 35%. YOLO. Your volunteers have snuck into a prison and left a trail of blood on their way out. They have even found a monster in a cage and have set him free. They have emerged unscathed. Nice. We got a second executioner named Massé. Massé? What was the name of the dude during the French Revolution? It wasn't Voltaire, was it? It was like, we're going to guillotine literally every political leader. And then they just kept guillotining people until eventually he got guillotined. You know what I'm talking about? We actually have a lot of fire resist in this. Actually, we have a lot of fire resist. Okay. We don't really. I guess. maybe the Suck? I like how I've always named her Lilith, but I just call her the Suck. I think the Suck could synergize with Abaddon. But we want poison stuff in the second room. Like, that's our jam. Alright. I think we can leave it like this. We don't want to remove all effects. That is a no bueno situation. We could, however, bring Janor just for the resistance and, like, frostbite attacks. Okay, that's fine. Let's go get another monster. Maybe this one will be useful. Have you ever heard the saying, live fast and live furiously? That's kind of what our entire first room is about to do. So we're fighting the Berserker, who would be attacking in the front. Ooh, that's not good. The Elf, who is the shitty Shamanonin. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I got so screwed. And the Ice Wizard, who moved everyone around. So, my plan here, before it all went horribly wrong, was to just get one turn off everybody using, especially Loktar, using his swiftness. But the Ice Wizard slowed him enough that the Elf got a turn and killed everything. So the only good thing here is that Abaddon is going to get a cleaved attack, and that's it. Also, my resistance to ice in this first room was not great. Not great, even a little bit. So we are actually in a sizable amount of trouble. Healed for 69, nice. Now, we do have hope in the second room. Not much, but some. And, we're gonna need it. We're gonna go ahead and Chem Cloud here. We now have 2 debuffs, 2 penalties. The nature damage is ticking away. I think we're gonna try and focus down the Ice Wizard, because his slow is disgusting, basically. Pestilence's dodge is going to eat this attack, so the slowing, getting screwed over effect will not happen again. And of course, he only randomizes the first room, so we're good. Pestilence lives by the skin of his rotting teeth. Very nice. Sprint up to 3 stacks behind it. I'm pretty sure this is what we want. Good. We do not want to remove the debuffs, we just want to slap. And now we want to AoE. Very much AoE. Unfortunately, Pestilence is going to fall now to the shitty Shamanonin. The tier 1 shitty Shamanonin, so even shittier. However, I think we've done enough. Draenor may fall, but Nurghleth carries on. 7 stacks of poison. Huh? Pretty good. Oh my. Oh my. They're really making me regret not taking Mammon's Bridget Bones, huh? The Naga. This character is pretty good. This would help us lean a little bit more into our morale damage, but that's not really what we're doing. We have a slight source of morale damage, but not a whole lot. So I think the Naga's a skipperoo for us. The Skeleton Majorette, always an excellent choice, especially with the Miraculous Pill. A high contender. But you know what else is really good with the Miraculous Pill? The Hawk Trainer. And he has excellent resistances to everything but armor. Deals 100% damage if he has barrier points. We can easily provide, easily in quotation marks, provide barrier. He performs so well, and I have a new name suggestion from courtesy of Brian. So I think we're going to skip on the Skeleton Majorette. For the record, I think this is the better option. And I want to take it so bad. You don't understand. It's screaming at me. So for the record, I think the Skeleton Majorette is the play here. However, we're going to take the Hawk Trainer, who is going to be named Mordecai. Thank you, Brian, for the name suggestion. I believe this was from Borderlands, which I never played. So there he is. Bird of Prey has been renamed. And so I want to go to the Engineer, because we're trap build, duh. However, level 2 to level 3 Frog just increases the poison stack by 1. The Poison Plant, level 2 to level 3, increases the damage by 10 and applies 1 more stack of Nature's Weakness. And we have a lot of monsters I want to upgrade, so I think we're going to go ahead and skip this Engineer. I know it's heresy. We're going to do some YOLOing. By chance, you meet a tamer traveling through the region and looking for some work. This traveler offers to train one of your employees at half price. If you're the right employee and you employ, you could even negotiate for him to work for free. I'm sorry, Kael'thas, but I don't think you're doing much for me. So we're going to go ahead and skip that. While walking through the corridors, you notice a monster waiting for a job interview. You could hire the candidate right now without intermediaries. On the other hand, what makes them think they can come in uninvited? The Headslinger. I do like the Headslinger. I think this is a great unit. However, also not really a part of what we're doing. So we're going to get the free tiers by intimidating him. And we're going to go ahead and train. I know. Trap stuff. But I think this is important. We're going to go ahead and empower Mordecai. And I think... Can I do this? Yes. So Mordecai and Nurghleth. Nurghleth is, of course, the star of the show today, so I think he needs all the love he can get. One of your employees has accidentally discovered a long-lost secret tunnel. It leads to a treasure room filled with gold and housing a rare and valuable artifact. Reward your employee with some gold or gift them the artifact. I feel like I'm repeating myself here, but Kael'thas, you're not doing much for me. Anyway, thanks for the gold. I've never understood the choices for that option, because they're like you can keep it or you can offer it to him and get the artifact anyway. You know? And it's the same gold. So why would you never not take the artifact as well? I don't know. Anyway, we'll be fighting some more veterans. A theme of today. Unfortunately, Loktar is wounded, so we're going to have to put him away for now. Mordecai, come back. Our first room. It feels like there's so much missing. I also don't know what to name this guy. So I don't know if this is correct, and I don't want to Google it right now. We'll go with Voltaire. I feel like it's correct. I feel it in my gut. So in the first room, we are incredibly weak to ice. Can I fix that? No, not really. Okay. We're kind of deviating slowly from our morale damage in room 1. But, yeah, I don't have a plan. This is what we're doing. We could double Executioner. That would be freaking hilarious. Alright, let's do that. I'm in. Don't let your memes be dreams. Maybe some of your memes should stay as dreams. We have a very strange composition here, and I realized while I was setting up this group composition, we don't have a method of giving Mordecai barrier in room 1. Which of course isn't the end of the world, but it does make him far less effective. Which kinda sucks. So basically what I've done is I've committed the entirety of room 1 to just doing as much morale damage as humanly possible. Now because the executioners are slower than... Wow, they have literally 0 speed. Slower than hell, we're not really gonna get what we want. So, this is probably as much damage as it's happening. We're fighting a sage that attacked the front with ice. The Onimusha attacked the front with fire and gave himself a fire shield, very rude. And the Concertus that just killed Kael'thas by doing AoE physical damage that bleeds. Wow, okay. I also never mentioned the relic we picked up is homeopathic poison. Heroes with less than 50% of their max morale lose 30 to all resistances. Speaking of losing 30 to resistances, I think it's time we target drone. Yeah. What a messy fight. However, I have this sneaking suspicion that we're just gonna win. I'm not sure why. We have Draenor up front to take the damage of the Disciple. I was really thinking, you know, as long as... I'm gonna have to AoE here because I can't break that dodge. As long as the Sage dies, we had a chance to use, like, Lilith and all sorts of really cool things. But, the Demoralize did it. Well done. The Sage lived, and the Onimusha ran away, and it just worked out. Because Draenor is, of course, resistance to ice damage. We have Nurghleth here, who can, in fact, do this. Is this better? I think we're going to have to do this. Yes, even more poison. We do not want to remove it, so let's just barrier. Not particularly great against the Disciple, who, of course, is ice himself, so has ice resistance. Pestilence is dead. Unfortunate. He was a lot of our physical damage. Or, excuse me, just damage, not physical. But Nurghleth can now use this attack, I believe. 6 stacks of poison. Well done. Draenor is not long for this world. But I think he can tank one more hit from the Disciple, which would be nice. Uno mas? Uno mas indeed. And now that leaves only Nurghleth. A familiar scene. That continues to happen. 7 stacks of poison, huh? Well, it's a good thing that Lyra is a very tanky lady.
Anyone say clever like a human? Nah, me neither.
Clever like a human. Nah, me neither. Alright. I wanted to do the AoE to get rid of the dodge here, but that's fine. We're just gonna have to take a second turn here. No big deal. Dodge is so annoying. I love it when I have it.
Rone's got his eye on you.
Oof. How much did you live at? 7. 7 hit points.
Headshot.
Okay. And our upgrade. We can get regen +4. Could be okay. Mechanical Resonance to slightly empower her AoE attack when she is fighting. I really like the laser beam, so I'm not sure if we're going to do this. Or the Chemical Cloud. This is her spell, and it's one we use quite frequently, so I think we'll upgrade that. A slight damage increase. 3 more poison damage, nature damage, and 1 more stack of poison. Not the end of the world, but it'll help. We do have quite a bit of funds right now. We could do a business trip to see if we can YOLO getting rid of, like, Kael'thas or something. Abaddon for troll beer. Alright, sure. Unfortunately, that means Abaddon's going to be missing for quite some time, but hey. What you gonna do when they come for you? I think we're going to have to go to a shame. I want to go to the engineer here, but we are going to go to the therapist, and I am going to have to pay to extend it. And now I think we go to the trainer, and we get this level 4 Nurghleth. You can't say that I haven't tried. Mordecai level 4 would also be pretty cute. What about Loktar? Let's give Loktar some love. There's a part of me that wants to go to the black market and sell Kael'thas. Okay. No. Make sure I don't do this wrong. Okay, KT. Draenor sells for a lot. Look at that money. I couldn't resist. This will be the last thing for today. Let's get our fourth artifact. Is our room balanced? No. Is our room good? Maybe. Currently, we have no method of applying barrier to Mordecai. Except his passive, now that he's level 2. That's the thing. He is fast-ish. Do we believe? We're kind of all in. I think Mordecai goes to room 2. But at room... Wow. Alright, we're gonna do it like this. I don't like this layout at all, but I believe. We're gonna play it close to the chest. I too like to live dangerously. Call me crazy, but I actually think I have a chance here. We are fighting the Berserker, who will be, of course, attacking the front with physical damage, which Ankia shall eat like a champion. The Herbalist, who for once is not leading the line, has actually become more common as we've been playing Lyra, which is strange. Attacking the back with nature damage, and quite a lot of it, applying elemental weakness, and the Scholar, who will be attacking the front with fire. Now, I kind of forgot that the Berserker was going to empower the Herbalist and make this number bigger than it was going to be. But I hope that Mordecai's 20 nature resist plus the barrier he's going to get at the start of his turn will be enough to survive at least once. Lok'tar here. I debated putting him in the back, but I think having him sit here and stack up his barrier is more useful. Oh, my damage. Alright, Mordecai's good. Live! Alright, he's dead. Actually, he lives. He lives one turn. Yes. Good, Anakin. Good. We'll go ahead and Death Wish, even though it's not particularly useful. The Herbalist is immune to Immortalization, which kind of sucks. But Lok'tar continues to generate his barrier, continues to scale into oblivion. He ate that fireball like a Chad. And I think, we could burn here, but I think it's more important that we just kill. 1. 2. Mordecai. Mordecai, Mordecai, Mordecai. You really just brought it home, didn't you?
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
You really went there. Now, I'm not sure exactly what Lok'tar's damage potential is here, but hey, he did what he could, you know? We're just going to keep spamming poison. He is going to fall, but that's alright. Our dungeon layout here is actually really good. Like, we're going to hit him with the Poison Toad. We're going to get the spell to apply the easy target. We're going to Poisonous Plant him straight into an army full of poisonous monsters. It doesn't really get better than that. It really doesn't. Targeting drone. And now, feast upon the plant of death. And now begins the fun. I was very concerned about this team, but I kind of thought, you know what? Nurghleth has 270 hit points. What if I just kill him? Lilith was the really sketchy part of this equation, because her ricochet is only if the target has positive armor, which only the Berserker does, and I was kind of expecting him to die, but he didn't. So that worked out. Finally. It took 24 weeks, but it's all coming together. Alright. Alrighty. For our fourth artifact, we have the Bewitched Gloves. Damage out to monsters to heroes at their max life Damage dealt by monsters, 2 heroes with their max life increased by 100%. This could be disgusting. I just pictured a barrier in Mordecai with Miraculous Pill dealing 300 damage. I don't know how likely that is to happen, but because I've pictured it, I want it to happen. The Revealing Lens, I don't think we've actually gotten this before. Mechas gain 20% of their max life as barrier points when attacking at least one hero whose life is above 50%. 20% of their maximum life as barrier points. Loktar nearly has 100 hit points. I believe he has 95. So that's close to 20 health. I'm assuming it says when attacking at least one hero whose health life is above 50%. So if Loktar AoEs and all enemies are above 50%, I'm assuming he only gets 20 barrier. He doesn't get 60. Because this would be absolutely disgusting if he did. And I kind of want to test it. Our last choice, which we'll be ignoring, is the Crystal Skull, a 25% chance that monsters defeated come back to life as a skeleton warrior. We've used this before, and every time it popped off, it confused me. The Mordecai Dream. I think I have to do this. Now, what could make the Mordecai Dream not work? If we have a trap room before our first monster room, this won't work. Because, of course, the trap will bring them below 100%. So far, we actually have... I don't think we've had a single combat where that's been the case. Maybe we had one or two. Oh, I want this. But I'm going to conduct science with the Revealing Lens. As for the amount of mechas we have, I think it's just... So it's Mordecai and Loktar. Those are our mechas. Speaking of mechas, how greedy do we want to be? Alright, I'm just going to go. I said that was the last thing, but we're going to go. With 558 gold, we can... Oof. I have to choose. I wonder how big this number is. Alright, Loktar. This is your first time ever going to level 4. You better not disappoint me. Oh, I can. I mathed wrong. I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked. Mordecai level 3 just does more damage. So let's Pestilence level 3. That gives him, like, better everything. Better everything. Do some YOLOing. A strange gentleman in the guise of a toy manufacturer knocks on your door and offers to sell you a range of amusing items. You request nothing in exchange other than the materials to make them. A strange and troubling force physically prevents you from declining. So, we saw this earlier, the Cursed Spirit not doing that. Liquid Nitrogen, ice damage from monster attacks are dealt to the target's fire resistance if it is lower than the ice resistance, which it almost always is. This is good conditionally, and we don't meet that condition. However, here's the Bewitched Glove that I had dreams of. Very nice. The R&D manager has developed a new trap and seems to be very proud of it. He wants to secretly sell it to you. Sure. What is this? The giant mushroom attacks the front. Ooh, this could make the Bewitched Glove work. 15 nature damage, applies 1 random penalty, 3, then spreads all the effects applied to the targets to the hero's position behind the target. How does this level up? Is a great question. Alright, level 2 doubles the damage. I can dig that. Level 3, 50 damage. Okay. Level 4, still 50 damage, applies 2 random penalties. I think I can only see myself using this under 2 conditions. Condition 1, we want to make sure we proc the Bewitching Glove for Mordecai. Because assuming it doesn't roll like a Frostbite or Burn or Poison on its random effects, this will keep the back target at 100% health so Mordecai can pop it. Second condition, specifically for level 4, which is quite a bit of the investment. If we do not have any penalties applied, like say there was a Purifying Altar before the second room, we can use this to get 2 penalties to activate Nurgleth's AoE. Those are the two conditions I can see myself using in it. Now, will I dedicate resources to get it to level 4? Probably not. Because we have these two which have been performing exceptionally well. Specifically the Poisonous Plant. I've always loved the Poisonous Plant. But that, my friends, is where we're going to end for today. We had a bit of a bumpy start. I'll admit it. A bumpy start. But I think we've finally come into our own, mixing in a few of the mechas to provide us with survivability and some big damage that we desperately needed. My obsession with the miraculous pill continues, to the detriment of us all, really. But it's been a blast. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you to the patrons and channel members who support the channel. I greatly appreciate you. And if anyone would like to stay up to date with anything happening on the channel, feel free to join the Discord description down below. Next time, Nurghleth will prove whether he is truly the champion of the Dark Gods. We can only hope. Bye!
Yeah, the gifts of